Hey, it is Bianca of BiancaRoberts.com, and I'm coming to you today with a story about the first time I made $25,000 in 1 month. Now, a lot of people dream of making more money. I knew a long time ago that I was not going to be able to make the amount of money that I wanted to do or to make at a traditional 9 to 5 job. So, after I experienced my very first layoff, true story, I worked for the state of Texas in the unemployment office. I was an unemployment claims adjuster. They shut down my location, so I got unemployed from the unemployment office. I won't go into that story today, but I've got lots to say about that. So, when I got laid off for the first time, I was working for the unemployment office. We got unemployed. We got laid off. There was 150 of us total that were laid off from the state. So I had to decide, okay, what else am I going to do with myself? I said, well, probably need to go back to school, get another skill. What is it that I like to do? So what I settled on, what I was obsessed with, and in a way I'm still obsessed with, was real estate. So I decided to go back to school, study, take an exam, and get my license to become a realtor in the state of Texas. Now, I was 8 months pregnant with my son. By the time I went to take my exam, I passed, everything was great. And then the reality of being a realtor kind of set into me. It was essentially like I was being my own boss. And you think, oh, that's so great. Some people think that's great, some people don't. But at the time, I was like super excited. I was like, ooh, I'm going to do the dang thing. So I went out and I got some magnets made with my glamour shot photo on them. If you don't know what glamour shots are, they were really popular, I think, in the 90s, like early to late 90s. Google glamour shots. You'll have a kick out of those photos that you may find. So, anyway, I got my magnets made up with my glamour shot photos on them. I mailed them to everybody, and I was like, boom, business is going to start rolling in. As with a lot of industries, especially online, if you are selling something, I don't care if it's real estate, if it's Avon, whatever, typically they'll tell you to start with your friends and family because those are the people that know you. That's your warm market. So I'm sending out my magnets in the mail. I'm spending money on my monthly fee for the brokerage that I signed up with to be a realtor. And I'm thinking, all right, now, anytime, boom, I'm gonna hit this, right? Well, wrong. Um, Business did not start rolling in. Friends and family were like, well, you're just new to this. We don't know, if we want to buy or sell a home through you. And then some people would just weren't ready. I mean, you run through your friends and family pretty quickly with any type of business where you're trying to sell stuff directly. So I knew back then that I needed leads, and I was not going to be able to keep paying a monthly brokerage fee if all I was doing was sitting around, taking up space, not doing any business. The next thing I know, I bounced from broker to broker, which is typically what realtors will do. And then I landed at a brokerage company that gave their agents leads. As soon as I partnered with them, I started getting people in cars. I was closing deals. I was like, this is amazing. But then I started looking at the money that I was taking home, and I was flabbergasted. See, there was a catch, and there's always a catch, right? Signing up with a brokerage that gave me leads, basically, they took a lot of the commission that I earned because they were able to provide me with leads. And I had a lot of real estate friends who were telling me, "Oh, Bianca, you getting robbed. Look how much money they're taking out of your checks." But I compared what they were taking out of my check to getting 100% commission. So just imagine this. I'm listening to my real estate friends tell me how I'm being robbed and how on one particular sale, just for example, I could have made $7,500, but I ended up making $2,500 because this brokerage took such a huge fee. But I compared what they were doing. They weren't doing any business at all. So I'm like, 100% of zero is zero. I'll just take this little bit of money that I can get. And so I pursued and I kept pressing on. But then this particular brokerage really started getting some traction, and people who work for traditional brokers were kind of ticked off by this new technology company who provided all their agents with leads. And if somebody wanted to see a house, they could get a house shown to them in under 4 hours or less. Because it was kind of like a stipulation of this brokerage that if we give you these leads and we're constantly feeding you these leads, you have to be on it. You have to respond to them quickly. And so the traditional brokers started catching wind of this, and they were like, forget this. We're going to really make y'all pay for the fact that y'all show homes really quickly and you give buyers rebates. So they started using people who worked for that particular brokerage, and they would tell their clients, just go get a house shown by them and then come back to me and I'll sell you the home. So this particular brokerage ticked the heck of a lot of people off. Um, the lesson of what happened with me during that time was I realized that as long as I had a lead for whatever it was I was trying to do, then I can get people in cars and close deals. So that always stuck with me. Like, if you've got leads, you can close deals. So what did I do? I said, forget this realtor stuff where you have to pay over all this commission. You have to go out there and hustle up your own leads. I said, let me go to the other side. And what the other side is in real estate is working for a builder. I already proved to myself that I could work leads. So I, in my infinite wisdom, said, okay, well, if you just need leads and you're not really loving going out there and hustling up your own leads, then if you work for a builder, they will give you leads and you just sit there and watch the realtors bring in buyers. Perfect plan. It worked phenomenal. It was a winding road to get me to working for a builder, but it ended up working. So when I worked for a builder, I started getting real estate awards for my sales. I All I had to do was sit in a model home, wait for realtors to bring in buyers, and close sales. I thought this is amazing. Time was going on. I ended up making at one of my highest months when I worked for a builder, I made $25,000. And I was ecstatic. I was like, man, this is all I have to do is sit here. All I have to do is sit here and have realtors bring buyers to me. But then I look back at what I sacrificed to make that $25,000. There's always a catch, right? There's always a catch. Um, Money is all around. There's an abundance of money in the world. You can make money in a variety of ways. So when I look at people marketing things online, or they send me messages telling me you can make $6,000 a month or $6,000 a minute, it doesn't really matter to me the money part of it because I've made pretty decent money. But what matters to me is what I'm giving up. And I want people to think about how they market online, how they're enticing people to draw or attract them, because it's not about money. And I know a lot of people say, well, yes, it is. You absolutely can draw somebody in by mentioning money. But at the end of the day, you need to go deeper than that. You need to know, what is it about that money thing that attracted them? What is it that they're really after? And I'll tell you some of my priorities, because Having made a lot of money, it just it's just a thing. You know what I mean? I had to give up nights, weekends with my kids, missing all the family functions. I drove over 2 hours a day to get to the location that I was assigned to. And my priorities now, being a 40 something plus mother of two teenagers, are I want to spend more time with my kids. Um, I'm super attracted to the work from anywhere lifestyle. That's a priority for me. Not trading my time for money, because I have already proven to myself that going to sit in an office, being an office flunky for somebody, I can do that. I can work 8 hours a day, get a guaranteed check, but that is not what drives me. That's not what propels me. That's not what excites me. Being able to be there for family members if they have an unexpected expense that they need help with. Those are the type of things that drive me. Working less than 40 hours a week. A lot of people glamorize the online or internet lifestyle, but they don't tell you that they're living a nightmare. They're actually working 60, 70 hours a week. And I know that's a part of having your own business, but if you do things correctly, or you do things in a way that aligns with your priorities and who you are, you won't be working 60 or 70 hours a week if you're able to structure it in a way where you're posting less often on social media. You are sending out one email and making a few $1,000s via one email. All of those things are things that you need to consider about how you market online, how you attract people to you, and what means the most to you. So, taking the equation of money out, you know, I can make $25,000 on the internet, or I can make $25,000 by selling homes to people and a location that takes me hours to get to. So, I'm saying all that to say, think about your priorities. What's important to you? What do you want? And don't try to project that onto other people when you are marketing your message. I'm going to leave a link below this video to a system that has reminded me what my priorities were all these years ago in terms of being online. Again, my name is Bianca. My website is biancaroberts.com. And if you find any of the information that I share, any of my blog posts, my videos, to kind of speak to you or resonate with you, go ahead and share those with other people, and come and visit me at biancaroberts.com. Have a great, great day.